There's something no one's going to warn you about when it comes to being an executive assistant. No one's going to train you. That's why a lot of people might fail at this profession. I mean, sure, like IT sets you up, HR sets you up. They make sure that you're meeting with the right people. They make sure you have the right technology all hooked up. Like, honestly, after that, you're kind of on your own. They might have a list of things for you to do, like checking, passwords, calendar permissions, inbox permissions, things like that. And honestly, most executive assistants think that their company is going to teach them, how to anticipate need, manage up, or what to prioritize. But here's a little spoiler for you, they won't do that. Once you get past the initial onboarding checklist, you're on your own to figure it out. And they expect you to be able to step into a role and to figure it out. Honestly, that's why so many executive assistants spend months in imposter syndrome, because they know, or at least they thought, that they would be able to step into the role and do it. But then when they actually step in and they realize that they have no one to train them, they have no system to follow. Here's what I want you to do. Instead of having the company and putting it on them, like they are the ones that need to train you in, I want you to put that on yourself. I want you to take the responsibility of stepping into this new role and having a list of what you want to accomplish in your first week, second week, third week, fourth week. Kind of like when you're building a house. You're building a house with that initial foundation for the company, for your executive. That includes preferences, all of those types of things, how meetings are managed, how travel is booked. All of those things are setting a foundation. If you're constantly playing catch up, well, that's not going to benefit anyone. That's why you're going to ask your executive about these different preferences. How do they want their calendar managed? How do they want to hear different urgent communications based on what it is? How early do they want a meeting on a Monday, and how late do they want a meeting on a Friday? Do they need buffer time during the day? What are their top 3 priorities going on right now? Especially when you're new to a company, that's extremely important to know. I mean, it's important to know all the time what your executive's priorities are, but when you are first starting with your executive, it's so important to ask them, what are your top 3 priorities right now that you're working on? And honestly, every single thing I'm talking about here, I wish I had when I was brand new. Unfortunately, I had to start and figure things out on my own. I did not have a system to follow. I was learning things the wrong way. I was getting feedback from my executive or things that I was maybe doing wrong or that he thought could be better. And side note, he had extremely high standards. So I felt like every single thing that I was doing, he was giving me feedback on. And in a way, it was good because I learned a lot and I'm able to teach you guys, because I feel like most executives are here. And this executive I was supporting was like way up here. Like his standards were extremely high. So although it kind of sucked in the moment and having to deal with it, I learned so much from it, and I'm able to take what I've learned and teach you guys. And that's exactly why I created the EA Blueprint to Starting a New Job, because I didn't want anyone else to deal with what I had been dealing with when I was starting new executive assistant jobs. Especially when you have an executive that has extremely high standards, you want to be able to have a roadmap that sets you up for starting on day one, so you are not reactive. You are not sitting there wondering, like, okay, I'm done with the onboarding checklist that they gave me. What do I do now? No, we don't want that. I don't want that for you.